All right, we live. All right, guys. So I want to go live and 1 second. I want to go live and talk about, of course, the trending headline is Kanye West, aka Ye, and his most recent interview, at least the one that I saw last, was him apologizing, referring to his comments regarding the Jewish community, right? Pretty much his interview with Drink Champs and Noriega, um, the one he did with Pierce Morgan. Um, I would say I agree with majority of what he's talking about. I agree. I agree with probably 90, 95% of what he's talking about. George Floyd, eh, that sounds like conspiracy, not facts. I deal with facts, logic, and common sense. And when he was talking about George Floyd, that wasn't facts, logic, or common sense. That was just his own theory. Um, but the thing I want to point out is with Kanye is the fact that the things that he's saying. By the way, please, you are a subscriber to the channel. I do have a Cash App. You guys can donate. I'm gonna start making more videos, but in order for you guys to help me, funding will be great. So, Cash App is $ GMOG Fitness. And in order for me to actually continue to bring this content, which I'm going to do consistently now, you guys can please help out. Any donation would be great. Um, so I can start doing things and um, getting donations, things of that nature, right? But anyway, uh, Kanye just proved he's been proving, and this is something that I've already known, but he's proving that mainstream media has always been anti-black. It's always been anti-black. Why? Because just like Kanye pointed out, we don't own or control anything. When it comes to mainstream media, we don't own or control anything when it comes to that. They have the power. And we know who they is. It's not us. They have the power to control the narrative because they own the narrative, right? So what does that mean? That means when it comes to the entertainment industry, right? When it comes to hip hop, those who control the narrative, they control the content. So when it comes to music that the masses hear, popular artists that, yes, even myself listen to, like the Futures of the world, like the Drakes, the Cardi B's of the world. The type of music that's out there, that's popular, really, and what Kanye even pointed out is the fact that that type of music that's out there is conducive and destructive to black society. It's not uplifting at all. Yeah, sure, it may have a nice beat, nice melodies, but the vibration is low. And I'm guilty of that too. I'll listen to music like that because of the melody and the beat. But when you really just break it down, the music, and I'm just talking about one aspect, the music is really low vibration frequencies, right? That's just one point when it comes to music. The other thing is content. You know, you have people out here doing interviews, glorifying violence, black on black crime, glorifying killings, glorifying drugs, glorifying child deviancy on platforms like DJ Vlad. And you guys, I'm gonna just mention the name, Boosie Badass, right? Boosie Badass, known, publicly admits that his children under the age, well, they're adolescents, okay? His children are having sex with grown men, meaning that he is willingly participating in child pedophilia. Who controls the content for that? Not us. So let's flip the table. I just gave you two examples, media and music. So we flip the tables, and we flip the tables, and let's go in the other community. We know what community we're talking about. Starts with a J. So if that community, um, let's say there's a subsector of that community that pushes out that type of music, right? That basically displays negative connotations about their community. And see, I have to talk in code because they control the narratives. So, yeah, I don't want to get my channel suspended or whatever. So I got to talk in code. I don't have multi-billion dollars like Kanye where I can risk it all, because Kanye can risk it all and get it back if he wants to. He can risk it all. He can risk it all and get it back, right? He's in that position. But yeah, again, by the way, you guys are new, if you guys are new to the channel or um, been a subscriber, please donate hashtag GMOGFitness because I'm gonna start doing this stuff regularly. Hashtag, or excuse me, $, my bad, $, GMOGFitness, which is my Cash app. And super chats, I think I got to get that set up if I'm not mistaken. Um, I don't even know how that works, to be honest with you. I just got to figure that out. But anyway, we flip the tables and we have a subsector of their community, they, that starts with a J, producing negative music that talks bad about their culture, right? Um, Talks bad about their culture, expresses negative stereotypes about their culture, blames them on world problems, blames them on religion, etc. Guess what? The minute you have and produce that music out in the airwaves, they have laws to protect them instantly. First of all, you're targeted as someone that's anti Semitic. If you even try to boycott their group, they have laws to protect them, like anti BDS laws. Do Just in comparison to contrast, do we even have laws like that in place for us specifically? You see, they try to put a wool over our heads with this Civil Rights Act of 1964, which was never for us. It only talks about in generalities about a specific, in generalities regarding race, color, gender, right? But it never specifically addressed people classified as Black or African American. They specifically addressed the other group of people that starts with a J. They did specifically mention that, which means they are and always have been a protected group. So the other example I gave was regarding content, right? The minute you put out content that deems negative for that group of people, you guys know who I'm talking about. You're considered, once again, anti-Semitic, right? So again, you have people who control the content and control the narrative because they own and control it. We don't. So we don't have laws in place to protect us as a group. So anything that goes, as long as it makes money, it's all good. It's all good, right? So that lets you know the type of things that's protected by the other group. But when it comes to Black society, well, no, we're not protected. We're the least protected and disrespected group on this planet. But we make them the most money. Isn't that funny? We make them the most money. We actually spend the most money as a group. We're our spending power, so-called spending power, is over $1 trillion collectively as a group, and we're considered the quote unquote minority. But again, we're the least protected and disrespected group on this planet. We make them the most money, and we're the least protected. How does that work? Right? So again, Kanye proves that the mainstream media is anti-black just by that small example he gave regarding who controls the content and the narrative. Who controls the content and the narrative in mainstream media? He mentioned Charlamagne the God, DJ Academics, um, a few others as well in mainstream media, and they're getting their checks cut, right? By you know who, right? And the great thing about another great thing that Kanye pointed out was the fact that he went to the source. He didn't want to even talk to those guys. He wanted to talk to the source. George Soros, the guy who I talked about before. I said when Kanye was doing the White Lives Matter t-shirt, I said, well, he's not doing this. He's doing something the same thing that George Soros is doing. Funding Black Lives Matter, funding these groups that have initiatives to help black society, but he's funding them. George Soros. He's funding so many damn he's organizations in Africa, right? He's been funding them and controlling the narrative for decades. So he's really doing a Black Lives Matter in white face. So when Kanye makes t-shirts saying White Lives Matter in blackface, what's the problem? What exactly is the problem? Somebody explain that to me. What exactly is the problem? Right? So let me see. All right, I got the chat open. Okay. So yeah, like I said, Kanye's been proving you guys at least the most recent interviews that the mainstream media has been anti-black because we don't own or control any of this stuff they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? We don't own or control any of the stuff that they're pushing out to the masses. And so the other thing I want to point out is the fact that he apologized, but I truly think he wasn't forced to apologize. I just think he apologized just because he wants to apologize. He went on the interview with Piers Morgan, whatever that guy's name is. I watched the interview. Dude is very condescending. Wants Kanye to apologize. Your anti-Semitism, all this stuff. And when again, where was the apology for Joe Biden saying you ain't black, if you don't vote for him? Where was the apology to black society when Joe Biden said you ain't black if you don't vote for Joe Biden? Where was the apologies for that? Where was the apologies when Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, and Joe Biden signed the 1994 crime bill to introduce mass incarceration that subjugated and mistreated black society for decades? Where was the apology for black society? Right? So again, double-edged sword here, man. Like the minute you say something bad about or quote unquote bad about the other group of people, you're anti-Semitic. You hate this, you hate that, you're this, you're that. When we collectively as a group are the most, again, we're the least respected, least protected group on this planet. We don't have an apology. Well, let me take it back. We don't have 40 acres and a mule. We don't have reparations. And we don't even have a simple apology. Because again, nobody cares about black society like that. Nobody cares about it. We'll make y'all money. We'll rap and dance and make y'all tons of money. We'll say this and that to get y'all some views on platforms like DJ Vlad. We'll tell our stories. We would confess of a crime out on an interview, snitch on ourselves just to go to jail, right? All for the name of views and clout. But the other side of the fence, the other group of people, they ain't having that. They're not having that. They're not gonna have that. That won't fly. Period. That will not fly. So I say all that to say this, man. Like, I'm gonna do another video to follow up regarding Boosie Badass. Um, that dude's a clown, and he is a cancer to Black society. This is the guy. Listen, I'm tired. I'm tired of just sitting back and just watching and not saying nothing because I have a lot of stuff to say. At least the past 2 weeks. So I'm gonna start putting out more content. I want you guys again to continue to support me because again, y'all can donate. Cash App is excuse me, $ GMOGFitness, and I'll try to get some super chats up. Um, I'll work on that today, but there's a lot of stuff I want to break down. I don't want to keep my mouth shut anymore. I just want to start manifesting and doing the work, just doing the work and putting myself out there because this has been going on too long. And we need to call people out. We need to hold people accountable. We need to make sure that us collectively as a group, we got to be on the same level or even more compared to other groups of people, like you know who, right? The Asian community, the Jewish community, right? The Native American community, so on and so forth. We're not nowhere near those type of groups of people because we're the least protected and disrespected. It's that simple. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video, guys. Again, y'all can donate. Cash at me at $GMOGFitness, and I'll do my best to enable super chats to get y'all to donate so I can continue to put out more content. All right. Thank you guys for joining the room. Peace to everybody. Def Rocker, KG. A lot of you guys are just long time subscribers. Appreciate that. Everybody joining the room. Until next time. Peace.